Today we're talking about Dele Giwa. You may already be thinking about the letter bomb. But who was Dele Giwa before the letter bomb? And why was he sent the letter bomb? Shall we? Sumono Dele Giwa was born on March 16, 1947 in Ilesha, a place that is now part of Osun State, Nigeria. He grew up in a modest environment where discipline, curiosity, and hard work shaped his character from an early age. Driven by a hunger for knowledge and excellence, Giwa pursued education beyond Nigeria's borders. He studied in the United States, earning degrees in English, journalism, and public communication. This exposure deeply influenced his worldview, especially his belief that the free press is the backbone of any just society. Dele Giwa began his journalism career as a correspondent for the Daily Times of Nigeria, one of the most respected newspapers in Africa at the time. His writing quickly stood out for its intellectual depth, fearless tone, commitment to facts over favor. He believed journalism was not merely a profession, but a public trust. In 1984, Dele Giwa co-founded Newswatch magazine alongside Ray Ekpu, Dan Agbese, and Yakub Mohammed, and it was launched in 1985. Under Giwa's leadership, Newswatch became Nigeria's most influential news magazine of the 1980s. It practiced investigative journalism at a time of intense military repression. It exposed corruption, abuse of power, and human rights violations. At a time when many journalists chose silence for safety, Dele Giwa chose truth. Nigeria in the 1980s was under military rule, a period that was marked by suppression of dissent, detentions without trial, intimidation of journalists. Dele Giwa's work brought him into direct conflict with state power. In October 1986, shortly before his death, he was invited and interrogated by the State Security Service, accused of publishing false or sensitive information. Despite the pressure, threats, and warning, Dele Giwa refused to retreat. To him, backing down would mean betraying the Nigerian public. Then on October 19, 1986, Dele Giwa was at his home in Ikeja, Lagos, preparing for the day as usual when a parcel delivered by courier and addressed personally to him arrived at his residence. When he opened it, the package exploded. Dele Giwa was killed instantly. This act marked Nigeria's first recorded letter bomb assassination, a turning point in the history of Nigerian journalism and a brutal message sent to the press. This assassination sparked a national outrage, international condemnation, and demands for justice. Yet, investigations were inconclusive. No individual or institution was successfully prosecuted for Dele Giwa's death. The case remains unsolved to this day. The unresolved nature of his murder deepened its symbolism. A journalist killed for truth without justice for his death. Dele Giwa is regarded a martyr because he died as a direct consequence of his work. He stood firmly for truth, accountability, and press freedom. He was killed to silence his voice and intimidate others. He chose principle over personal safety. His death was not accidental. It was political, targeted, and symbolic. But what's the legacy Dele Giwa left? Dele Giwa's life and death left an indelible mark on Nigeria. He became a symbol of press freedom. His story is taught in journalism schools. He inspired generations of journalists to pursue truth with courage. His name is invoked whenever media freedom is threatened. Even in death, Dele Giwa continued to speak. So the next time you think about Dele Giwa, or the next time you hear the name Dele Giwa, don't just think about the letter bomb. Think of what the letter bomb signifies.